The Brantford real estate market just hit a 10-year low for demand, while at the same time hitting a 10-year high for the number of homes for sale. This summer has been brutal for home sellers, but it's been a golden opportunity window for home buyers. In this video, we're going to take an in-depth look at what's happening right now in the Brantford real estate market and what that means for you if you're thinking about buying, selling, or moving up this year. The most recent data that is available to us is the July 2025 real estate statistics. In July, sales dropped to just 98 homes sold. That's fewer sales than we've seen in March, April, May, or June this year. Now, this isn't just a slow month, it's a very slow July also. Demand is down 13% from last July, and we're actually down 46% on the year from the peak year of 2021. Now, meanwhile, while the demand is down, the number of homes for sale keeps piling up. Right now, we're 15% higher than the number of homes we had for sale last year, and we're sitting at the highest level of active listings in the last decade. Now, there was one small bright spot in the story. Last month, inventory came down just slightly. So we may have hit the peak inventory levels for this year, but we don't celebrate too fast because last year we saw a fall rush of inventory, which actually continued to make the inventory rise right through till October last year. So we're not out of the woods for 2025 yet. Across the city, the month's supply is sitting around 5. So in layman's terms, that means for every one house that sells, there's 4 houses that are still on the market at the end of the month. That makes for 1 happy seller and 4 frustrated home sellers. The average time to get an offer done has also been on the rise. Now we're up to a median of 38 days on market. Compare that to the super fast market where we were in single digits. Now the buyers aren't gone. Remember, still 98 homes changing hands last month is a lot more than 0. But buyers are being cautious. They're worried about interest rates, affordability. Their friends and neighbors are warning them not to overpay for a house. But the thing is, serious buyers who see the opportunity are still making the moves. The difference is they're kind of overlooking or skipping anything that feels like it's not a deal. So that means as a seller, if you're priced too high or even what looks like to be in the middle of the pack, you're just getting overlooked. But if you price your home properly, aggressively right off the start, and you're open to negotiating with buyers on things like your price, terms, and conditions, then you've got a real shot at getting your home over the finish line this year. In fact, this weekend alone, I was involved in 5 separate negotiations. 3 of them, we were able to get everyone to agree and get those deals moving forward. And 2 of them, the buyers and sellers were just too far apart to put a deal together. And this is what we're seeing week in and week out in the marketplace. Most homes on the market right now are priced too high for the current market conditions. Let me say that again. The majority of the homes on the market right now are overpriced. Well, what about the 98 homes that did sell? Well, they represented the best value to the buyers in their individual neighborhoods, price points, and styles of homes. In a market like this, your asking price isn't just some number based on your needs or goals or what we think is going to work. It is our most strategic tool to attract buyers to your home. Okay, check this out. Here's something that might really surprise you. Every week, I'm seeing somewhere between 10 and 20% of the entire inventory make a strategy change, either adjust their price or completely pull their home off the market and relist it again. This type of behavior only happens when sellers are frustrated and they're not sure what to do, so they keep trying another play. The absolute best thing you can do if you're thinking about selling your home is to make sure you get everything right the first time. The most important window when you launch a home is the first few weeks on market. Once that wave is come and gone, it becomes more and more challenging to get your home sold, even with price changes, cancellations, and relists. None of those tools work as well as getting it right straight off the bat. Now, the whole market isn't acting the same. There are some unique differences based on segments. The most important one I want to show you today is breaking the market down by price. The more affordable group of homes are acting a lot differently than the high-end homes or in the investment properties. Right now, that price break is happening right around the $800,000 level. Homes under $800,000 have about 3.5 homes on the market for every 1 home that sells. Now, if we jump up to the next price bracket between 800 and $1 million, that number jumps to 6.5 homes for sale for every home that sells. And we know historically, when we start reaching a number of 6 or higher, that puts a lot of pressure on sellers to bring their prices down and gives a lot of power to buyers to negotiate only with the best deal out of those 6.5 homes for sale. Now, once you cross over the $1 million price point in Brantford, the market is basically frozen. There's over 12 homes for sale for everyone that sells each month. The higher that month supply number keeps going, the more pressure sellers feel to be the best deal and drop their price. Now, looking at the multifamily market, this market is completely ice cold. In the last 30 days, only two multifamily homes changed hands in Brantford, and there are currently 52 homes for sale. That means for every sale, there are 26 options. If you're an investment buyer, now could be an incredible time to go negotiate a deal and pick up one of these properties. So let's talk about what the smart sellers are doing to win when, 4 out of 5 sellers are not winning every month. What's the big difference? Well, number one is if you don't get it right the first time, you've got to be quick to reposition your home in the market. Basically, that means either relaunching the home's marketing or adjusting the asking price. We need your price to stand out as the best value so it attracts the interest and gets more than one person interested in your home. That's the best tool you have. The other tool is to really make sure that you're presenting the best property possible. We can't be lazy with things like deficiencies, minor upgrades, little yellow or red flags that the buyer might have. It's almost certain the buyer is going to be having a home inspection on your property and be very particular about only buying a home in good condition or wanting a very good deal if the home has any problems with it. The last piece of advice is you've got to let go of any hopeful pricing or a number in mind that you need based on your goals. The reality is, if you're not willing to price your home where the market says it should be priced, you're probably going to end up being one of those homes that just sits on the market month after month. But if you're willing to do it right, use a lot of good research, and actually make your home the most compelling value on the market today, you will be the one that gets the offer. This type of market is one where having clear, decisive strategy is the difference maker in winning or losing. The biggest question I'm getting from both buyers, sellers, and investors right now is what the market's going to look like in both the short and medium term. Well, in the short term, we normally see a small extra bump in activity between Labor Day and Thanksgiving. This is a natural seasonal adjustment because people kind of get back to school and then they start looking and think, oh, wow, winter is right around the corner. If I want to do a deal or get my move done this year, I need to make it happen now. So we typically see a little bit of a rush through September, and then the year starts to decline month after month. But realistically, none of the other factors look like they're improving anytime soon. I don't expect any aggressive rate drops and don't look forward to any really exciting positive economic news this year. Buyers are still very cautious, so sellers need to be doing everything possible to attract that limited pool of buyers. If you want to get your home sold this year and make your plans happen, it's time to get really strategic. Let's jump into it. If you are a home seller and you have a specific price in mind you must hit or your plans don't make sense, what you need to do is take that number and then go look at the market reality. If they line up, you're pretty much good to go. Get your home sold. But if the price you need and the market reality are too far apart, my advice to you is just wait it out if you can. There's no sense in being an overpriced listing in a saturated market. It's just going to be a pain in the ass for you and your family while you have that home up for sale. Now, on the flip side, if you're a move up buyer, I think this is the biggest opportunity in years. As you move up the price ranges, the conditions get much better for buyers up here and sellers down here. So if you've got a more affordable home to sell and you're ready to move up into a more luxurious home, you're actually able to sell in good conditions and then buy in good conditions. This is the perfect window of opportunity if you're ready to make an upgrade to your forever home or you're looking to add an investment property, a vacation home, anything else. Buyers really have the power if they're willing to take advantage of the situation. Investors seem to be completely on the sidelines right now, both on developing product and also acquiring multi-unit investment properties. When everybody else is quiet, that's when the biggest opportunity is. And as I mentioned before, right now, if you're a multifamily buyer, you can literally go shop 26 to 52 different properties and pick and negotiate the best deal. That hasn't been the case in decades in Brantford. So the window is wide open if you've got the capital and you're ready to deploy it. So what do we take away from all this? Well, the reality is, as a home seller, this is probably one of the toughest real estate markets that any of us have seen in the last 15 years or more. But the conditions are also very predictable. What do I mean by that? Well, when we've got high supply and low demand, we know that buyers are being picky, and there's a clear strategy and recipe for seller success. We need to create urgency and value in the buyer's mind, and that drives multiple interested buyers and gets your home across the finish line. But if we appear to just be outside of the market, you pretty much don't have a shot unless someone just really falls in love with your home. On the other side of the equation, I'm watching buyers pick up deals that almost seem too good to be true. I've negotiated aggressively for my buyer clients in the last couple of weeks, got huge discounts on the price, well, including all the protections and conditions, including home inspections, financing approvals, and the sale of their own properties. These type of deals were just not possible in 2020, 2021, or even 2022. Now, what matters the most is your life and goals. And most of the people reaching out to me right now have a specific reason they're looking to upgrade or move. Maybe it's a job transfer, maybe your family situation has changed. If this is your season to make a move, I really highly encourage you to reach out now to make your plans for the next few months. If you have any questions about how this affects you personally, you know where to find me. I'm right here. All you got to do is send me a DM or reach out through my contact information, which is all in the video description below. And we can walk through exactly what this market means to you and how to get you across the finish line. Hope you enjoyed this video. I hope you're enjoying some incredible summertime with your friends and family. And we will catch you on the next back to school video right after Labor Day.